What's up, Game Changers? It's your boy TJ, aka Mr. Game Changer, and I'm back with another episode of the Game Changers Podcast. This is episode 47. 47, we here, and we gonna get straight into it, man. There's been a few things happening in the sports world. It's been a lot of stuff happening, bro. But we gonna cover some things today. Today we're gonna start with James Harden, bro. James. So basically, James Harden wants out of Philadelphia. He wants out of Philadelphia. Daryl Morey, the GM or CEO or whatever, the GM of the Philadelphia 76ers, I guess he lied to James Harden about something, or he may have promised James Harden something and is not living up to that promise. So James Harden wants out. James Harden is in China somewhere, and he basically gave out a whole speech of like, Daryl Morey is a liar, and I will not be going back to that organization as long as he is there. And my first thoughts was, James. You was at OKC. They traded you from OKC, so that was not your fault. You went to the Rockets. You had some historic years, then left for what? Brooklyn. Went to Brooklyn with KD and Kyrie. That didn't work out, and now you're at the 76ers. So because it's hard. My initial thought was, what are you doing, bro? Like, what are you doing? Like, this is not how you should be carrying yourself as a professional athlete. Now, I know, some players disagree with owners all the time, but you should not be taking it to this extent or taking this route of doing this the way you just did it. Like in public in China, where everybody can see broadcasting, I don't want to be a part of this organization. Usually it comes out, speculations comes out. This is usually how things go when a player wants out of a situation. Speculations comes out, and then their camp comes out and say, hey, we want to request a trade. Just going about it that route, which I'm pretty old school. I'm an old school. Even though I'm 25, I'm an old school type person. I'm like, finish out your contract until you become a free agent, and then that's when you should go to another team. But that's just me. So James Harden wants out of the 76ers. I don't know the full details of the reason why, but he just called him a liar, and it seems like a couple teammates are on his side. Well, 1.5. So, what is his name? Freaking Gordon. Not even Gordon. How do I forget his name? But basically, one of his teammates put out on Instagram that he rocking with James Harden, and that's what made me change my stance a little bit, because I'm thinking, like, what are you doing right now, bro? It's like you forced your way out of Brooklyn, bro. I forgot if he forced his way out of the Rockets, but we're in this day and age where players are forcing their way out of places when they don't feel comfortable, or they don't like the situation they in, or they don't like where the organization is going, which is understandable. But I'm always going to be on the side of finish it out. You feel me? Work hard and just finish out your contract, finish out your situation, be respectful. You feel me? And I understand that, if the organization is not respectful to me, I'm not finna be respectful. But I don't think players should take that route. You feel me? I feel like I'm the type of person where they go low, I go high. I'm that type of person. But I know other people are like, when they go low, I'ma go to hell. Like, I'm going down there with Satan in them, because we gon' get a resolve to this one way or another. So, but I'm not really like that. So it's like, I can understand a person doing that, but it's just not me. It's just not my thought process. So when I see things like this, it's a little irritating. But I mean, if one of your teammates is coming to your defense, and then I seen they speculated or it was shown on Twitter that Joel Embiid took Philadelphia as his location off of his Twitter handle, I mean, that usually means something. Like, when it first started out, like, I don't know, because social media is a big thing nowadays. Everybody's on social media. So it's like, when in the beginning, when you would think like a player would take the team out of their bio, or I'm a Rockets point guard or a Lakers point guard, and they take it out to just something random that doesn't have anything to do with the team, like, that would be speculation. You feel me? And it still is speculation, but nowadays, from the history that we've seen it, more players are like starting to do that, where if they're unhappy with a team, they're going to take that team out of their social media bio. So that's kind of what happened with Joel Embiid. He took the location of Philadelphia out of his Twitter handle bio. And I'm going to take it as that means something. You feel me? So I think Joel Embiid is on his side. Tucker, that's his name. Tucker from the that's on the Sixers right now. He played real hard last season. Like, that whole playoff series, I think it was against the Heat, I believe. Yep, the Heat. Justin Tucker, he was playing hard. I'm not gonna lie, he was playing really hard, and the Sixers need a guy like that on that team. Like, he was playing his butt off during that series, and he kind of surprised me a little bit. I think he's an asset for any team, including the 76ers. But back on James Harden, so he's going through this whole thing, and it's coming out that he's gonna be a little bit more aggressive on the side of, if they don't get me out of here, I'm going to make a spectacle of this. And it's like, okay, if you have two teammates coming to your side, that means something is up. Like, I wouldn't make no excuse for nobody in this situation, only if they were being abused. So, like, physically abused, mentally abused, God forbid, sexually abused, but financially abused, in the sense of, you promised this, you promised that, but I'm not receiving that, or certain guarantees, you feel me, that can lead to financial things. So that's understandable. So, because that's kind of what it's looking like. Because at first I was like, bro, I was ready to come in here and rip James Harden a new one, bro. Like, what are you doing, bro? You out here, like, they paying you millions of dollars, and you out here in China saying you ain't gonna play, bro. That's despicable, bro. Especially as fans watching this game, bro. You have a duty to come out, and, you feel me? Of course, this is the game you love. Everybody in the NBA, this is the game you love, bro. You go out there and you do what you love, but you also have a job to do. So it's the love for the game, but it's also the job of playing basketball. So it's your job to get out here and perform well for your team to win this championship. You feel me? That's why you in the league. That's why you play basketball. I mean, it's other reasons why you play basketball, but, like, from a organizational standpoint, from a fan standpoint, that's why you play basketball. So when things like this arise, of course, a lot of people's first reaction is going to be, what the F are you doing, James Harden? Like, is there a reason for this? But I think there is a reason. Like I said, the two teammates that kind of reacted wanted to have, you feel me? If you do want to count that social taking off the location off the social media, which I would count. So let's say two teammates, and Joel Embiid and Tucker, they're on the side of James Harden. Now, this could get ugly. And this brings me back to the example of UPS workers. So I'm going to connect it too. The UPS workers said, we're not getting paid enough, or the UPS drivers. They said, we're not getting paid enough, so we're going to go on strike. And the UPS company knew that was going to cost them a lot of money. So guess what they did within a week? Oh, we're going to put this $30 billion or have a many $1 billion on the table and give y'all more money. Now the UPS drivers is making 6 figures a year, bro. 6 figures a year. So they came together to accomplish something. So who's to say that Joel Embiid, Tucker, and other players from the Sixers realize what's really going on behind the scenes, talk to James Harden, be like, oh, so this was happening? This is what they doing? Maxi, they point guard / shooting guard. He get wind of this. A couple more players get wind of this. They said, I'm sitting out the season till some get done. Then that's what change will start to happen. You come together as a collective and you trying to achieve something, especially if you feel like your team is capable of going to the championship. Me personally, I don't believe this team constructed for the Sixers can win a championship, especially in this competitive league, especially if we just seen what the Nuggets did, bro, to the team that beat you. Y'all need to get a little better. But if y'all come together and say we sitting out the season or whatever, and we'll take whatever fines come with that, hey, that's putting a person over the money. Like them UPS drivers, they set out. I don't know how long they were prepared to sit out, but they didn't sit out that long. But they knew in their minds this gonna cost us some money, but it don't matter because as a collective we come together for a specific cause that we feel like we're owed, that we feel like should happen within this organization. Because guess what helps the UPS organization run? UPS workers. Guess what helps the 76er organization run? The 76er players that's going out there night after night. You feel me? Putting it on for the fans. See, it's two sides of this. It's the business side of, yeah, y'all got to go out there all night and because it's your job. You feel me? I know it's your passion, but it's still your job. But the other side is that yes, we do go out night and night. You feel me? And do our job. That means our needs have to be met. And Maury, if you're not meeting those needs or those guarantees that James Harden has, then you bogus. You bogus. You should be fired. Really, if we gonna have a real conversation, fire him. Somebody in the board get together because I have my star player. I don't care what he did in the past. This is when guarantees are not met. So I'm not talking about James Harden just being bogus and not showing up to work for no reason. That's a different scenario. But if James Harden was promised guarantees and he not getting them, then oh yeah, the boardies need to come together and talk about something for real. Because one of my star players are threatened that he don't want to come back to this team because of something the GM did, or you feel me? And it's going to cost his organization money. It's going to cost us probably games. You feel me? Even though Maxi is a good player, I don't think he takes them like James Harden at least got them to that level of we can contend in the playoffs. Right now, if James Harden leave and they don't have a replacement, I don't see them contending in the playoffs. I'm not saying making the playoffs because Joel Embiid is the all-star. Maxi and Tobias Harris maybe can get them there. Them three, they can get them there. But as far as competing at the highest level in the playoffs without James Harden, is a no. So I'm getting the board members together and I'm on the side of the player, bro. And I'm always going to be on the side of the player until I see that they're just like they're doing stuff that lacks respectfulness, that lacks professionalism. You feel me? So this whole situation it's really sad, bro, because like I want to see all the players play on the teams, well, not play on the teams that they want to play with, but because that can cause a whole bunch of like, oh, I want to play here. But I just want to see good basketball, bro. like good basketball. And I hate to see this because it takes away from the game of basketball. We're talking about James Harden not want to play. We're talking about James Harden potentially sitting out multiple games, maybe a whole season if they don't trade him. He's trying to get traded to certain teams. Now, the way you go about demanding that trade and who you want to trade with, you got to be respectful as a player to the organization in that aspect. But, like, come on, bro. Like, if he's demanding a trade, just trade the man. But if you're letting James Harden sit out multiple games this season and you're being stubborn, Daryl Morey, I think that board or whoever needs to outvote you. I don't know if they can do that, but usually what I've seen on television, you feel me, like in the board meetings, if they feel like somebody is being destructive to their organization and it's not helping at all and it's going here instead of here, then the board members usually come together and vote that person out to get the company back to where they need to be. So the Sixers have two options, and it's only two. Trade James Harden for something better and just build on the team you have around Embiid, or two, let him sit out, lose money, and let this be one of the worst debacles in NBA history. Because if he sits out a whole year without touching another team and he's still on the Sixers but just won't play basketball because you won't trade him or you won't meet his guarantees, if that is the case, y'all in trouble. I see a lot of trouble coming the Sixers' way if they don't resolve this soon. That's just my opinion. I see a lot of trouble coming their way if they don't resolve this soon. And I hope it's no fault of James Harden. I hope it's all on the organization. That's the reason why he's doing this. I hope. But if James Harden is wrong in any of this, I'm gonna have to come in here and I'm gonna have to let him have it. Because like I told y'all, my initial reaction, bro, what are you doing? Like, you don't have to come out. You ain't have to come out and do this, bro. You do it like this. You could have stayed. You have a MVP type player on your team. You feel me? You just need one more piece. Maybe advocate for that piece. But it's not looking like that. It's not looking like that at all. So I hope James, I hope this get resolved. I really do, because it's taken away from the game of basketball. We gonna be watching basketball within 2 months. So hopefully in the next 2 months they get it together, bro. For real. Staying on sports. Michael Oher. So for you guys who don't know who Michael Oher is from The Blind Side is a movie about a football player, and I haven't seen it in a long time, so excuse me if I get some particulars wrong, but it's basically a movie about a young kid who was homeless. I think his mom kicked him out or something, but I'm just going according to the movie. He basically became homeless because his mom moved him out. He was in a bad situation. So this woman seen him on the road one day, picked him up, long story short, got him into high school, got him playing football, went to all the football games. He went to college, finally went to the NFL, and it was a success story. It was about this family that took this football player in, helped him learn how to play football, and the rest is history. Went to the NFL. Happy ending, right? No, you feel me? And The Blind Side was actually a good movie because it was based on a true story, which we all thought was true. But Michael Oher says otherwise. Michael Oher alleges that a central element of The Blind Side was a lie, and Sean and Leah, Anna, whatever her last name is, never adopted him. So in the movie, they portrayed that they adopted him, he their stepson or whatever, and like I told y'all, a happy ending. But He's saying that's a lie. He's saying that's a lie. Or says that the white family, I don't even want to pronounce this last name that they got for this white family. This white family struck a deal and that paid them and their two children millions in royalties from the film while he received nothing. So basically he's I don't know if he's suing them or is he just trying to stop this agreement where they make money off of the movie about him. So basically he just said they liars, bro. And one thing white people will do, they'll get a scam under your nose. You feel me? Lie about something. Oh yeah, put that in there. We adopted him and let's make because, bro, believe it or not, like people, a lot of people are greedy, bro. So they'll take advantage of the chance of, oh, y'all want to get this story? Oh, let me put a little sauce on it. Yeah, we adopted him, and they probably knew the ins and outs. So, oh yeah, let's get royalties off this movie. Made millions. Even they two children made millions, but I don't think he saw none of that money. So I think that's why he's trying to in their royalty checks. I think that's what it is. So I think he's suing them so they basically don't get paid no more. And this is crazy because I didn't even know he made it to the NFL. I just seen this story and I thought it was interesting, bro. Like how this family basically lied. Now, I don't know if they lied to the directors on the movie. They had to because it was based on a true story. So they went, probably interviewed the family, told them this, that, and the third, spiced up the story a little bit, knew the movie was probably going to be a hit. Hey, whatever they probably said, whatever y'all make on this movie, we want royalties. You feel me? This is our family. We adopted. Oh, that makes sense because if they adopted him, that means they can have access to these royalties and make the rules on that, even though this is his story. That makes sense because the movie is mainly about him. So I can see you going to court like, nah, that's a lie. They've been making millions off this lie. That's one thing white people know how to do. Make millions off some lies. For real. Off some lies, off some massacres, off slavery. Look, don't get me too deep into it, bro. But I hope he gets some money from this. I hope them white people lose some money because they bogus for lying about adopting him. You feel me? And then I seen this clip on Twitter. They was like, I knew this movie was a lie when this little white boy was teaching this big black dude how to play football by just showing him like some bottles, because in the movie he was like setting the pop cans up on the table, showing him like the defensive side and the offensive side in different plays and showing him like, oh, this is how you play football. This little white kid teaching this, like, come on, dog. Like, maybe I need to go watch the movie again to see, like, wow, this is crazy. Because I thought it was a good movie. I mean, what's her name? Sandra Bullock. I think she played the lead mom in it. So, or maybe not. Maybe not. I'm not going to go back and watch it because maybe they will get more money if I watch it or stream it. So, I'm not going to do it. But I hope Michael Oher gets his money, gets his bread. Stand on sports, though. It's a lot of things in sports that's been going on. Kevin Garnett, so he basically is said he's expecting Anthony Davis to win the MVP this year, and his quote is, Anthony Davis can do everything Joker can do, Jokic, everything Embiid can do. I agree. Expecting him to be MVP, if not this year, definitely next year. Well, Kevin Garnett, I cannot agree with you more. You feel me? Of course, I'm a Lakers fan, but like, I try not to be biased. But me saying what I'm about to say is not biased at all. Even though Anthony Davis, especially in the series with the Nuggets, was off and on. Actually, in the series with the Grizzlies and the Warriors, he would be on one game, off one game, on one game, off one game. So I get the consistency takes that you guys have, inconsistency takes that you guys have out there. But I agree with him because he can do everything Embiid does. He can do everything that Jokic does. You feel me? Play defense, block shots, score the basketball, switch on screens, shoot the three. Even though he has, in the last 2 years, he hasn't been the best at shooting the threes as he was in 2020 when they won the NBA championship, he can still shoot it. Shoot the three, the mid-range, down low, post you up. He can do everything. So I feel like the inconsistency came as far as him, I don't know, bro. I could just say not being aggressive or injury, but I mean, he was injured a little bit, but that's no excuse. So I'm not going to make no excuse for his inconsistencies. But what I'm saying is his potential is still there. I don't see no drop. I see AD just continuing to ascend. You feel me? So I feel like he can average this season 35 and 15. He can. If he stay healthy and they get a 5, because believe it or not, and that's why I love Lakers Twitter. Like, I follow a lot of people that are Lakers fans. So they just post videos, clips, random just clips on like just random things about the Lakers. And one of those clips was Anthony Davis playing the 4 instead of the 5. So when the Lakers have him playing the 5, he has to do more on defense, which will take away from his offense. So when he's doing both, he can still have a great offensive night, but he'll be a little bit more tired, a little bit more gassed on both ends. Instead, not saying he doesn't play defense on the 4, when he plays the 4, the offense opens up a little bit more for him. So in the videos that I seen, he had more spacing. You feel me? He can come off the ball better. You feel me? LeBron was passing the ball. He was open. Tracy, that's why his 3-point shooting was so good that year, because guess what? We had JaVale McGee at the 5, and we had Dwight Howard at the 5. So what I think the key for Anthony Davis this year to be in the MVP conversation, or at least win the MVP, is for him not to be at the 5, for him to be at the 4 so he can roam better. You feel me? And not be so gassed, because if he's at the 4, that means he's guarding the 4 for the other team. And where's the NBA leading nowadays? More stretch 4s for them to shoot 3 balls or get out there and dribble or whatever the stretch 4s do. But I feel like it's easier to guard a stretch 4 when he's just sitting at a 3-point line waiting for the catch and shoot, because there's not that many 4s out here that's just catching the ball and going crazy with the dribble. Usually if they stretch 4, they waiting in the corner for the shot or getting down low. But the 5, the center, which is Jokic, mostly down low. So AD had to guard that all night. Plus, fans are expecting him to produce at the super high level. I mean, he can, but at this position, we all know that he is injury prone. So from keep him less likely to get injured, to keep his offensive presence up, and to keep his defensive presence up, because we seen it in the Nuggets series where when he went to the 4, he got to play a little bit off ball, off Jokic. Now he can help whenever you need side help. You feel me? So I think those are the keys for him to win MVP this year. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I would be surprised if he did, to be honest with you. I'm just keeping it a buck, because there's so many talented NBA players. There's so many players on the rise, like Jason Tatum. I think he's due for an MVP. Luka Doncic, I think he's due for an MVP. Who else? Maybe not Kevin Durant. Kyrie Irving, I think if he plays at a high level, I think he's due for an MVP. But so it's so many talented players in the league. Especially if Zion comes back and be like healthy, come back looking good. I think that he can be in the conversation of MVP. So it's different, like it's different players, different dynamics, different teams. We have to be on top also. For that's what Paul Pierce said in the video, and I agree with him. He said the Lakers have to be on top for, Anthony Davis to be considered for the MVP anyway. Like they have to be 1, 2, or maybe 3 in the West, 1, 2, 3 maybe in the whole league. So, man, it will definitely be a tall task, but I think they can get it done. The Lakers, they got Jackson Hayes. Who else they got down low with him? I forgot what other big they have. Tristan Thompson, they still retain him. I think they really need a big. The offseason is still here, so the Lakers can get somebody. I think JaVale McGee from the Mavericks, they need to get JaVale back. Either JaVale or Dwight Howard, they need to get one of those players back. I promise you. If we can get somebody at the center that's just a big body to be down there to be a presence, bro. I'm telling you that 2020 Lakers, bro, when Dwight or JaVale and AD was down there, bro, people were thinking twice coming down in the lane trying to score a layup. And even if they were like super confident in themselves driving, they went down there and guess what? Dwight is giving them a hard foul, or you gonna have to make this layup over some trees. So you go down there 3 or 4 times, you get bumped, bruised, or you missing layups, and you're not really getting what you want. That next, that 4th, 5th time that you go down there, you're thinking twice. That's all we need, bro. We just need for the other team's guard to think twice from coming down here because it's big bodies down here. So I need a 5. Lakers, please give Anthony Davis a 5 so we can, I mean, can Jackson Hayes fill in that role? Yeah, but I'm talking about a bigger body, bro. Keep Tristan Thompson. Start him. You feel me? He was playing hard when I seen him. Maybe not against Jokic, but any other regular 5 that another team brings out, I think Tristan Thompson can hang with him. So if y'all gonna keep a big man, keep Tristan Thompson, bro. Keep him. But yeah, that's all I got on that topic. Stand on Sports. Dalvin Cook went to the New York Jets. Now let me just start with what's his name? What? I'm never good with names, bro. What is this man's name? Ezekiel Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott first, he went to the Patriots. I don't think that's going to do much for the Patriots. They probably went up just a little bit as far as level-wise, but, I mean, I don't think, what's his name? Danny, not Jones. He on the Giants. What's his name? His last name is Jones, though. Is it Jones? Mac Jones. I knew his last name was Jones. Mac Jones, I don't think he's taking them to no playoffs or no Super Bowl, but Ezekiel Elliott is a good pickup. But Dalvin Cook to the New York Jets, they immediately, if they were not before, in my opinion, they were not before Super Bowl contenders. I know they got Aaron Rodgers, but listen, they already got a good defense, a great defense, and a great offense added Aaron Rodgers, but they just added one of the best running backs last year. I think he may have had over 1,000 yards with the Vikings. Bro, they just added a dog to their team. So now your offense, you can throw and run, and your defense is solid, bro. I think this acquisition really pushed them over to the Super Bowl contenders. They were not Super Bowl contenders on my list before this acquisition. Now they are. Because he going to come in as the veteran he is. He going to learn the playbook quick. And all they mainly got to do is give him the ball. Give him the ball and move out the way. Sometimes maybe on the 3rd and 2, guess who getting the ball? Dalvin Cook. when we on the goal line, second and goal, I'm giving it to Dalvin Cook, bro. And then once I give it to him, maybe you don't get it. Give it to him again. Oh, nope. Play action. Aaron Rodgers. Touchdown, bro. It ain't, bro. I'm telling you, this is a big acquisition, bro. This is, believe it or not, bro. I think this puts the Jets over the hump, but we'll see. We'll definitely see. I like it though. I wanted the Bears to get him, but maybe it don't make sense. I mean, I get the NFL is trying to, well, not really, because someone on Twitter I seen, they brought up a good point that these quarterbacks that are able to run are like getting rid of the running back position as a whole. So instead of having one great running back on your team, you're having 3 decent running backs on your team that you can interchange from quarter to quarter. So if one get hurt and he out for like 6 games, you got 2 other running backs that you already been put into rotation that's ready, that you could just hand the ball to on a 2nd and 7 or something like that, just to get you some yards. So I think that's where the NFL is going. Less running backs, more mobile quarterbacks. So this was a great acquisition from for the Jets, because it just adds to their running back list. But this is an all-star, NFL caliber player in Dalvin Cook. But yeah, bro, I think New York is the real deal now. This is it. Football is back. I can't wait. What we got? A couple more weeks, bro. I can't wait. I'm finna be getting on FanDuel. Look, I'll be watching all the games, bro. Last year, I was going crazy. Even with the games that I couldn't like catch, I'll be watching all the highlights for like an hour, bro. Be on the highlights, bro. I'm like, okay, they did that. They did that. And for next week, because sometimes you really can't predict it, but you know. What I'm looking for is the consistent players, bro. When I'm talking about betting, I'm looking for consistent players, people that's going to be consistent with their yards, with the catches, with everything, bro. So it's like I be having a list, and I'll be like, consistent players. I write it down in my notes, whether it's a quarterback, running back. I'm staying away from the running backs, even though it be certain running backs that can catch one Sunday. So I don't want to give away all the sauce, but like I look up the running back that I want for that week to like bet that he get over a certain amount of yards. And then I look at the team that they're playing against, and I'll like look at their run defense and what their run defense is ranked. Then I'll go watch the highlights from the opponent's last game and see how they did against the run. So it's like I bet on just seeing how that is. If they horrible against the run and last game they let so-and-so get that amount of yards, I'm taking that in consideration, especially if you got a quarterback to make up for the run. So let's just say at their team, they got their butt beat by the running back last game. They can prepare more because they, may see this running back as a threat. If my quarterback with this running back is super good and he slinging the ball, that's probably going to distract the defense or just take away like, now we got to, protect the pass or protect our lanes, you feel me, in the backfield. So now we can run the ball more, because we all know that passing the ball more, getting the completions opens up the run game and vice versa. So shout out to Dalvin Cook. I'm glad that he got a job. He deserved a job. I don't know why the Vikings gave him up, maybe to save money, but y'all made a big mistake, buddy. A big mistake. I'm just letting y'all know that right now. And I'm saying that too because the Vikings are in our conference. Just know, Vikings fans, Vikings Nation, y'all gonna get y'all butt beat when y'all see the Bears. Just know. It might be a blowout. Just know. Kirk Cousins, who? Y'all, man. Man, y'all finna talk to us nice. Y'all finna talk to us nice for sure. But was Patrick Mahomes staying on sports? There's been a lot of sports topics happening, and football and basketball hasn't even started yet, bro. So Patrick Mahomes, and I just want to bring this up real quick. Patrick Mahomes was on a little interview. It's like a couples interview where they ask each other questions to see if you know your significant other. So him and his wife is on there, bro. Hold on, let me go to the clip, bro. Him and his wife is on there, and she said something that I thought was, bro, I was just shocked. I didn't even, my first reaction wasn't even a laugh, bro. It was like, she really said that? Like, bro, hold on, let me turn this up. I'm gonna let y'all hear this.
What's my favorite cheat day meal?
Fried chicken.
No.
Chicken fried steak.
No.
And mashed potatoes.
Mexican food. What's my favorite cheat day meal?
Fried chicken.
No.
Chicken fried steak.
No.
And mashed potatoes.
This lady, so basically, I don't know if y'all can hear that, but I'll see if y'all can hear it on the playback. Basically, he asked her, what's my favorite cheat day meal? Because usually as athletes, they eating good all the time, but they have a cheat day where they can go out and, you know, splurge, eat a little bit unhealthy. So he like, what is my favorite cheat day meal? And she comes on to say, fried chicken. And he's like, no. And she like, chicken fried steak? Chicken with gravy, chicken with fries, fried chicken with a biscuit on the side, like, bro. Yo, this why I think, bro, at least one time in interracial marriages, bro, I think that there is at least one awkward moment. And I think this happens specifically with white and black couples, whether it's men, black woman, white man, vice versa. I think it's at least one time in your relationship that y'all have an awkward racial moment. And I think this was one of those times. He played it off well, but come on, bro. Because she said fried chicken, and then he was like, nah, it's Mexican food. Dog, I'm pretty sure you cook for your man. So how don't you know what his favorite cheat day meal is, bro? Like real fried chicken. She said it with all the confidence in the world. Fried chicken. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. That was like, he didn't make it awkward because he was smooth with it. But I think that was an awkward moment because, like, bro, it's like you come from different backgrounds. And I'm pretty sure Pat Mahomes, I don't know where he came from, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't the ghetto, bro. I'm pretty sure it was in just seeing the way he talked, bro. I'm pretty sure it was an environment like in a fairly white neighborhood. So I'm not trying to get on my Dr. Umar stuff like, oh, that's why he has a white woman because he grew up around white. I'm not finna get in that bag. But all I'm saying, y'all know what I'm saying, bro. Like, it be situations where in specifically white and black interracial relationships, it be some situations where it get a little awkward where, honey, what do you use this comb for? Or, you feel me? Why you glue your hair on? Like, I'm pretty sure a white guy has asked his black wife that, or black girlfriend before, or like, you feel me, a black dude with a white girl. I'm pretty sure it's awkward moments or awkward questions that come up in those scenarios. So I just think this was one of them, bro. I was laughing after because it is a little funny, but I'm like, that's a little weird to me, bro. It's like, and I'm pretty sure, like, what am I trying to say? When we look at situations like this, especially a successful black man like Patrick Mahomes, us as black people, and I don't know, I don't want to speak for every black person, but I know some black people will look at that situation and kind of think like, why don't you have a black woman on your hip? Like, you 500 million up, like, where's the black woman? You feel me? But that's why I reel it back to, I don't think he grew up in a community where it was mainly black people. I think because, you feel me? I think who you marry is a representation of your life and who you grew up. Who you say I do to, who you want to spend the rest of your life with. It has to do with something like your growth and you coming up. So everything that you learned and grew up learning or you grew up seeing led to you picking this woman in your life. And I'm just saying that's one, like, not criteria, but that's one thing, that's one of the things that led you to make this decision. Your environment growing up, that's one of the things that leads you to saying I do to a person. You feel me? So, hey, I'm not knocking a relationship. I just thought this was a little weird. Hold on, let me hear her say it one more time. Look. She didn't even think about it. She didn't even have time to think about it, bro. She fried chicken with all the confidence in the world and was wrong, bro. This nigga said, nah, Mexican food. Yo, I'm done, folks. I'm done, G. I'm done, folks. He won't never catch me with a white. My queen is upstairs. You won't ever catch me with a snow bunny, for I'm Dr. Umar out here. You won't ever fried chicken. Dog, I'm done, bro. I had it on my list, but this ain't a political podcast. I ain't finna talk about it. But when that mug shot come out of Donald Trump for his RICO, that Atlanta prosecutor, she doing her thing. She trying to get these niggas. She trying to get these niggas up out of here, bro. Well, I'm not gonna talk about it now, but once that mug shot comes out with Trump, oh yeah, I'm coming in here dragging him. This should have been done, but it took a black woman to, you feel me? Nah, we had enough. We seen that you had some ballots down here in Georgia and you was moving some stuff around illegally. Nah, get your butt over here. You taking this picture and you going to jail. You ain't getting out on no parole. The minimum is 5. That's what they said. I'm just saying what they said. They don't care if he president, ex-president or not. The minimum is 5. That's the minimum, bro. For real. But that's all I got for y'all today, bro. The most important thing is to try to inspire people to be great at whatever they want to do, bro, because a little bit of inspiration can go a long way, y'all. Remember that. Mr. Game Changer signing out.